All right, welcome back to Crabby, and today we're going to be doing the full playthrough of the expansion to Civilization of New Dawn called Terra Incognita. So this is an awesome expansion, adds a ton of new mechanisms and changes to the base game that I really enjoy, and it's a must-have expansion. All right, so what I'm going to do, let's just do a two-player playthrough. I'm not going to do 3 or 4 players because I just want to highlight some of the major changes. All right, so this is going to be purple against red. Even though you see the green cards there, it doesn't matter. So it's going to be England versus Netherlands. And these are a couple of new civilizations that come in the expansion. We're going to see what they do. All right, I'm also going to be playing with all the new objectives. All the new wonders are in the deck. And the setup is completely overhauled since the core game. So I'll just show you how that's done. All right, so, just like the core game, you're going to shuffle the ones with these stars on them. It now plays up to 5 players, so you have 5 of these tiles. And you'll hand 1 to each player. So let's give 1 to red, give 1 to purple. All right, but this time, you're also going to give them a fort token. And we're going to get to fort tokens later when I eventually attack one and take it over. All right, you do also get 4 new city or map tiles in the expansion. I'm going to play with these to make sure that my core has some new tiles. And then maybe we'll shuffle the rest in and get some of the older tiles later on. All right, so let's give this a good shuffle. I think I want to play with these 2. Let's shuffle these back in with the other ones. And now we got to decide if we're playing the A side or the B side. So this initial setup is pretty much the same as the core game, just making sure you have your core so that you know what you're connecting to, right? So I think what we're going to do is we're going to play on the oh boy, barbarian. Lots of barbarians to start off the game. All right, so let's play on the B side, I guess. No reason, just flipping it over that way. And that's going to be our core right there. All right, so just like in the base game, you're going to connect, you're going to put, your 2 trade tokens to make sure you know which ones are your core. All right, up next, player 1 is going to start by placing their fort. Then you're going to go around the table. Everyone's going to be placing their fort. And then you're going to come back around again in turn order. Everyone's going to be placing their capital tile with their capital on the spot. All right, so where do you want to put your fort? I mean, for right now, not being too strategic, let me just put it over here. The other player, I guess, is going to put it over here on the other side. For whatever reason. Actually, no. They're going to put it over... Let's just put it over here. No. Let's put it over here. That's fine. All right, then it's going to circle back around if you're playing more than 2 players. Oh, by the way, 2 tiles is for 2 to 3 players, and the 4 tile version is for 4 to 5 players. Okay, so now it's going to be red to place their capital tile. Now, they can place it on either side. This one's not bad. It's got some mountains, some water. All right, so here we go. The tiles are populated and we're ready to start the game. All right, so one of the major changes, like I said, you're not filling up the whole map. You're going to be doing that as you go with the explore action. All right, get somebody on the edge of the board and explore. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. I'm going to be red. I'm going to be first player. And just to get things started, I'm going to show you how this mechanism works. All right, pretty simple. All right, I'm going to even show you with the army piece, which is a brand new piece also in this expansion. So the first thing I want to activate on my turn is the masonry card. All right, so let's read the card. It's similar to the one from the base game, but now it's with an army piece. It says move each of your armies up to 3 spaces, and you can move on the spaces of the card slot. So because I'm using it on the 5th focus card slot, I can move my army on any terrain type that I want. All right. Now, what are armies? Well, with the expansion, they completely overhauled the whole attacking system and attacking system. So now everything is done through armies. So nothing is done through control markers anymore. All right. So reading the card, I can move this 3 spaces, and there you go. So starting from my capital, I'm going to move 1. All right. Now that I'm there, I'm going to use my second action point to do an explore action. All right. And this is the new mechanism in the game. All right, so you're going to go grab the rest of the tiles. It says to take the bottom one. I just like to take one from the middle. Doesn't really matter. And you're going to place it connecting to the space that you're exploring from. All right, so I'm going to have to place it like so, or something like that. So I think what I'm going to do is, let's see, I can place it either like this or place it like this. Well, I can have a natural wonder here with oil, or I can have a natural wonder here with, what is this, marble, and there's a diamond out here. You know what? I think I like it this way. All right, so I'm going to connect it like this. And you must connect to where your army or caravan was. So you can explore with your army or a caravan. And you have to follow the same rules where 4 hexes have to touch the new tile. All right, and then you fill up any holes or gaps with lakes. All right, so I'm going to connect it like this. All right, so that was one movement, two movement to explore, and I have one more movement. I think what I'm going to do is end my movement on the mountain space over here. I do want to stay close by just in case the barbarians get closer, then I can attack the barbarians and get them away from me. All right, so I do need to fill up this spot, and I'll be right back. All right, so good. That was red's turn. Now we're going to go to purple, and purple's going to do something very similar. They're going to use their caravan this time, though, instead of their army. And they're just going to go from here, and they're going to pretty much move 3 spaces, but they're going to go explore down here. So I'm not sure how this map is going to grow. Probably move it up and down a few times. But I think what they're going to do is going to go 1. All right, 1 movement point. 2 is to explore, so same thing like me. I mean, you can do this with a caravan or a army. They both work, and let's go for this one. Ooh, they got a nice one. This one's got a city-state on one side there, and a city-state on the other side there. So we got it connected 3 tiles. So it's got to go, let's see, 1, 2, 3. It's got to go like this, pretty much like this. They can't connect anywhere here because that'll only be 2 tiles. Or they're going to have to connect it like this, or like this. You know what, they're just going to keep it like this, just so that they can get into this round. So it doesn't really matter what this is. They're going to use their 3rd movement point to get in here, and they're going to have a trade with a city-state. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to populate the board. I'm going to get this. I'm going to give them their bonus card for that city-state. And then I'll be right back to start red's turn. All right, so there you go. But the thing, by the way, the city-state that came out was Mohendaro. Can't pronounce these names, but this is the one that lets you put out control tokens for 1 less difficulty, which is pretty good. By the way, the one that's there from the expansion is your armies can move through rival control tokens. Not one of my favorite city-states, to be honest, but that's the one we have. All right, so there you go. That was round 1. Now we're going to go to round 2. So just like you would in the base game, you're going to move your dial. Mine's really tough to move, but anyway, it's going to go here. So that's barbarian movement. So let's roll the die and see where we go. So it's going to be a 1, and 1 means straight up. Oh, that's not good for me. So it's going to go up here, and this one's going to go up here. So this could get very close very soon if they jump over the water. Okay, so that was the event. Now let's go do red's turn. All right, let's go my board. I think what I'm going to do is follow my initial plan. I think I'm going to go put a city here so that when I put out control markers, I can go grab a diamond and get this natural wonder as well, which would be fantastic. All right, so let's use the pottery card for that. I believe this is the same one from the base game. So I'm going to do the second option here. Instead of building a wonder, build a city in a legal space of the slot's terrain or lower, 2 spaces from a friendly space. Well, that's 2 spaces from a friendly space, and then I'm on slot 4, so I can go all the way to reach there with no issues whatsoever. All right, so it's going to go to the front line. There you go. And we're going to put that city right over here. And that's pretty much my turn. Pretty simple. All right, so purple's up next. All right, so let's see, what can I do for purple? Unfortunately, purple's kind of stuck. I would love to do my early empire thing to put out control tokens, but it's currently on slot 3, so I wouldn't be able to put it here to pick this up. So I'm going to wait 1 round to do that. Also, building a city, I can't build a wonder. He doesn't have the resources, and building a city is not great because where he is now, you can't build a city next to a city-state, so you wouldn't be able to build it here or next to another city. So you can't build here, here. Like there's nowhere except for this spot right over here that they can build a city. So that's not exciting either. So they're kind of stuck using their masonry card and moving their army. So in that case, I guess they're going to go attack that barbarian. There's not much else they can do with it. So, or they can go this way and explore, but they'd rather do that with the caravan. So let's do that. So they're going to go 1, 2, 3, straight up, move all 3 movement, do the attack. So my strength is going to be 5. I'm attacking their 4. So it's going to be straight up die roll against each other. I don't have any bonuses. So let's say this is the attack. Oh, so they're going to win no matter what. And then this is the defense. So it's going to be 6 plus 5, 11 versus 4 plus 3, 7. So the attacker wins. Let's get rid of the barbarian. As a reward, they're going to get a nice trade token to place anywhere on their board. I'll decide what to do that in between rounds. Don't know their strategy just yet, but their army is pretty much just going to sit there for right now. And there you go, that was purple's turn. All right, so let's go back to red. Actually, before red does their turn, let's move the event tracker. So this is your districts. So if you built any districts on the board, which are the hexagonal tiles here, we're going to get to that probably in round 5 or 6. Well, that's when they would get their bonuses when we hit these, but we didn't build any, so we're just going to skip that right now. All right, so for red, one thing I really want to do is get that natural wonder, but that's a difficulty 5. So I really need to move my early empire all the way over here. So I'm gonna have to use these 2 cards. So I guess my next 2 turns are pretty simple. I'm gonna get science and I'm gonna move my caravan. The order, not really that important. So I guess I'll move my caravan first to slide this card over, just so I get that extra science points when it's here. So I get to move 3 spaces, any terrain that I want. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3. Go visit the city-state. You know the drill. This is the same as the base game. So I'm going to get the city-state card, which is Akkad, I believe. It says your armies can move through rival control tokens. So I'm going to place this right over here, just as a little reminder. This comes back to my supply, and I'm going to get 2 trade tokens matching this icon. Oops, matching this icon. So that's the military. Let me go get a couple. So I can just keep sending things there to try to beef up my army. But anyway, so I'm going to get 2 trade tokens here. And then this card is going to go all the way to the front of the line. There you go. All right, so purple's going to go next. What does purple want to do? I think what purple's going to do is they're going to use their... they're going to use their early empire card. And this is the one that lets you put out control tokens. And because they got 2 trade goods on here because of the city-state that they visited prior, they'll get to put out, I believe it's 4 tokens. Yeah, place 2 control tokens and then place an extra 2. So 4 control tokens on anything but the mountains. Right, so this is going to go back in the supply. Let me go get 4 of these tokens. And where do they want to put them? I think what they're going to do is they're definitely going to go here so they can get this resource. Oops, it always goes unreinforced side up. So they're going to get a nice oil token. Next, we're going to get we're going to put it here, might as well. Then we're going to place it here. And let's place it, I do also want to make sure I place it somewhere where I can put my city later. So let me put it over here, so maybe I can build my city down here, or maybe I'll put it here so I can build my city here. Yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna place it right over here. Okay, so that's pretty much my 4 control tokens. I got the oil resource, and their turn's over. All right, so it's gonna go back up to red, but we're gonna pause the game for a second because we moved on to a brand new event that you haven't seen from the base game. Okay. All right, so what this icon means is government. All right, so because we don't have a government, we're going to enact a government, but in the future when this does a full rotation, we can either keep our current government or change it. All right, so how do you deal with governments? Well, very simple. You have these 2 slots. You're going to notice the exact same icon, so you can enact the government with this icon or the government with this icon. And so now we're going to go through our stack of governments. So it's going to be either oligarchy or communism. All right, awesome. So what do I want to do? I think what I'm going to do is I am going to be communist. I'm going to put on the communism government. All right, you got to pick one of the 2, right? The other ones are monarchy, democracy, so on and so on. All right, so that's going to be my government that I chose. All right, and the second thing that we have to do is, if you look at this dial, there's also the wonder icon here. And what we're going to do is we're going to put a trade good on each of the wonders that are currently out, and it's going to lower the cost, and it's a way to cycle off the wonders because when they get their second token, they're basically going to get removed from the game. All right, but you know, right now they all cost 1 less, which is great because this only costs 6, 7, 7, and 8. All right, so let's go back to red and what do they want to do? Let's see. I do want to do the... Again, I want to do the early empire so I can gain the natural wonder. So again, we already know I'm going to do this. Astrology, that's going to give me 5 science points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That crosses me the level 2 here. So I'm going to go get a level 2 advancement. Let's see, which one do I want to get? think what I'm gonna do is, because I'm gonna activate the one about the districts soon, I'm gonna upgrade that one, all right? Because I do want to build a lot of districts. So let's put this one, and I'm basically replacing this card over here. It's gonna go back in my deck. By the way, I'll show you this next time. This is another of the modules from the expansion. Each civilization has their own very unique special card. So this one's a currency level 3 that I'll probably get out as soon as I can. All right, so that was this card. Everything slides over. All right, so next turn I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to show you how to do the districts right after. Okay, or maybe I'll do districts first. It depends. No, you know what? I'm in no rush because districts are going to be in 2 turns. So whether I build the next or the one after. Actually, no, I do have to build the next so that it activates right after. Okay, so I'm definitely building the districts next. Okay, so that was my turn. All right, pretty simple. Next is going to be purple, and I think what they're going to do is build another city with the pottery card. Actually, you know what? I changed my mind. I think what purple is going to do is build a wonder, because I mean, we'll go over this later, but there are 3 different objectives here that all have wonders on them, and maybe they're going to go build one right now. So the only one that they could afford is the one of 7, because now it's only 6. And using again the same pottery card. All right, this one lets you build the wonder. Your production equals the slot number. So it was on slot number 5. All right. But what they're going to do is they're going to give up their resource chit here for oil. And that's going to be enough to build this one. Now they're going to overpay by 1, but that's fine. They're still going to get this wonder. Now this wonder here, it's when defending, I increase my combat value by 2, which is good. And barbarians cannot go into spaces with my cities or reinforced tokens. All right, so I'm going to have to go get the wonder token and place it on the board. I'll do that in a couple of seconds, but I'm going to place this in their play area. All right, so new round here. Let's go. And looks like the barbarians are going to move. So let's grab that die. Let's give it a good roll. And 2 looks like they're going front right for barbarians. They bounce off the wall. So this one's going to go back down here. And that's the only one on the board right now. Okay, so let's put this away. So what is red going to do? I think I already figured it out. I do need to build my district so that they activate next round when we hit that icon. So let's use my engineering ability or focus card. All right, so let's talk about districts. All right, so it says place a district in a space matching the slot's terrain or lower, so pretty much anything but mountains, because I'm putting it in slot 4, that is adjacent to a friendly city. Then place 1 control, well, this is the upgraded version. Normally you just put that and that's it. But this one, and then place 1 control token on a space matching the slot's terrain or lower that is adjacent to a friendly district. So it lets me put out a district and a control marker right next to it, or I can just reinforce some stuff. So which district do I want to place? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to place the industrial one right over here. Now, the reason I want to do that is, well, each district's going to provide their own unique ability. I don't have a cheat sheet for that, so it's in the rulebook, page 9. So each icon, this one gives you trade things on your science, and everything deals with their icon, right? This one lets you beat the barbarians or put out control markers. What the industry one does is I resolve one of these 2, and this one lets me put out tokens on my industry card for each adjacent forest onto my industrial card. Now why that's important is because my civilization's power is I count water spaces when doing that. So by putting it here, I'm next to 1, 2, 3 forest/lakes. So I'm going to get 3 tokens on my focus card, which is the most I can have at a time. And then the second ability of that district is I can build a city without using an action to build a city by using 3 tokens when we activate the districts again. So that's going to be a cool little combo that I have there to build cities as quick as possible. All right, so that's what I'm going to do there. Plus I get to put out that control marker. Remember the second part of that. So let me find a red token. And the next has to be next to it, so I might as well place it over here so I can grab my my resource chit right over here. All right, let's move some stuff here. All right, so that was the this card here, so everything slides down. And next turn, we're going to activate that district and you'll see the bonuses that I get. All right, so that was it for red. Now purple's going to go. I guess they're going to do the exact same thing because they don't want to miss out on the bonus either, right? So now, unfortunately, they don't get the bonus that I do. They're not really next to a forest. They can get a forest over here. They can go put the currency one here for the desert. They can put the science one here to gain 1 science. None of these are great options, really. I mean, they can go here to get the double currency one. Actually, I think what purple's going to do is they're going to build the encampment one district right over here. And that's because the power of this one is to A, kill barbarians, and B, reinforce tokens around. So if I don't build a city in here, just out of a combo, every time this thing spawns, the district is going to auto kill it, create a trade token, and then I'll also upgrade some chits. So that's a pretty good place to put it right there. So I'm happy with that. All right, so that's going to be purple's turn. Let me slide their cards over. All right, so now let's get back to red, but we're going to move the dial like we know. And there you go. So we hit our first district event. We got districts out there. Okay, so we know what the red one's industry one's going to do. You're going to count the forests around me. So it's going to be 1, 2. Remember, lakes and rivers count as 1 for my civilization. So that's going to be 3 trade chits. I'm going to go grab 3. And I'm going to place it on the industry card. There you go. So not only do I get the bonus for this, that adds a +1, but I'm going to have 3 chits on it. Wow, I'm going to build a lot of wonders, I think. Okay, so that was that district for me. For them, their district, no barbarians around to kill, but they get to reinforce something. I think they're just going to reinforce this one. They'll start reinforcing things all around. All right, so that was the event, obviously. All right, let's go back to the cards, see what's going to go. So we already know I wanted to do this so that I can get that natural wonder and get some more chits. So let's use this card. All right, so it says place 2 tokens on spaces matching the slot. So it's anything, well, slot 5 and lower. So that's going to be, let's grab a couple of chits here. I'm going to grab this natural wonder for sure. Put this in my tableau. And you know what? I'm going to, let's see, I can go get a diamond or go get this one. Well, this one gives me a permanent one of these marble chits. So I might as well go grab the diamond. Actually, which one's a harder terrain? You know what? I'm actually going to grab this one just because it's a mountain space and you need to be on a 5 to put on a mountain space. So it's much harder. So let's put it right here. So I'm going to keep this as well. So I just got a ton of marble for my next few turns. So everything's going to slide over. And this is going to go to the front of the line. So I might want to activate my pottery next round so that this simulates. Oh, by the way, I didn't tell you what governments do. All they do is when you activate the card, you count the number of arrows and it simulates like the card was that many spaces to the right. So if I use this now, it's going to simulate that's in slot 5. If I was on slot 2, for example, it would simulate like was in slot 3. That's all they do. It's a pretty simple mechanism. All right, so that's going to be it for red. Now purple is a really simple turn. They're just going to use their astrology card. They're going to gain 5. They're going to get a new card, and that's about it. All right, new round. So we're going to move this over. All right, so this is just like the base game. When you see the helmet with the star, the barbarians are going to respawn. That's going to be good for their, remember, their tokens on auto killer, which is great. And we get to add more of those trade tokens to the wonders. And as you can see, 3 of these wonders are going to have 2 chits on them, so they're going to get eliminated, and this one's brand new, so we're going to keep it. So let's get rid of this card, and this card, and flip them over. The last of the ancient wonders are out. Let's get rid of these cards. Okay, so let's go to my turn. So it's going to be red's turn. I think pretty obvious. I'm going to use my pottery card to build a wonder. All right, I got all kinds of resources. I can pretty much build any of them that I really want. And you know what? I do need to get 1 off every era. So let's look at some of these objectives now. So this is getting 5 of your districts out there. Not going to be a problem, I think, for my civilization, but it's going to add 1 of each wonder from each era. This is having 4 wonders, 1 from each type. which is not bad. And this is the mature cities, I believe, in 4 different tiles. I think that's the one. And then this is the one of replaces the Technophile card from the base game. So this one you need 3 level 4 focus cards or 2 science wonders. All right, so I'm gonna use my card. Pretty simple. Do this. Let's show you what it does. So it's gonna simulate like it's in slot 5 because remember the arrow here. So this one lets me build 1 wonder with your production slot. So it's gonna be 5. Plus I got all kinds of stuff to spend. All right, and remember I do have my little wonder that pretty much adds me a +2 automatically if the wonder has a marble as a cost. So that's gonna be only this one. So I might as well try to build this one because it's gonna be cheaper than the rest. And this one, what does it do? This is Stonehenge. And after you place a control token on a hill space, you may place a control token on one or more hills control tokens on 1 or more hill spaces adjacent to that space, which can be triggered the effect again. That's not a great power at all. You may want to skip on that and build something else. All right, just went ahead and read them all. I think the one I definitely want to build is the pyramids because I absolutely adore this card. It's one of my favorite cards in the game. So when you build this, I get to choose 3 level 1 cards in my focus row and boop, upgrade them all to level 2. So I get a massive upgrade on my focus row. So this one's going to cost 9 though. This is really important. So the card row is 4. I simulated like it's 5. All right. Now I'm going to spend the oil. 5, 6, 7. All right. And then 2 trade chits that were on the card. So that's 9. Right, so that's going to be my pyramid card. I'm going to place it somewhere better. Let's place it over here. All right, let's pay all that stuff back to the supply. Everything's going to slide over. All right, I'm going to have to place the wonder on one of my cities. I'll put it right here. I'm going to go get it in the box. Yeah. All right, so I put out the wonder. I already upgraded my card, so I took I think it was mathematics, engineering, and drama and poetry upgrades, which is great. So that's going to be my turn. Now we're going to jump to purple, and I think what purple's going to do is they're going to use their military card. All right, so they've already upgraded last turn, so they upgraded to the second option here. So they have 2 militaries to move around the board, and this one says move each of your armies up to 4 spaces. They can move on to spaces matching the slot terrain or lower. +2 when attacking barbarians. Well, I'm not going to attack a barbarian, even though I'm going to be at 5 because of this. What I want to do is first explore, and 2, I'm going to show you how the fort mechanism works and see if they can attack a fort and take it over. All right, so the first thing they're going to do, they move at 4. So they're going to go 1, 2, 3, and do an explore action here to see what's there. So again, we haven't done this in a while. Let's grab a random tile. Oh, it looks like it's going to be 1 with a barbarian on it. And they need to connect it here. So what they're going to do is, let's see, they can go like this, or they can go like this to get more barbarians out. I think what they're going to do is maybe like this, something like this. All right, maybe they're going to build a city here, get a bunch of different bonuses. All right, so there you go. That military guy is done. Let's see. Yeah, it was legal placement because there are 4. I could have also gone like this, even like this. No, you know what? I actually like my first idea better. All right, let's just do something like that. Okay, so that was their first guy moving. Their second guy, he's going to try to attack this fort, and he's going to go 1, 2. All right, let's attack the fort. Now with forts, their strength is always, it's 6. All right, but it's a roll off. So if they can beat it, then they're gonna get A, one of the objectives, B, build a city there, and C, well, it's a free city. So let's see what they do. So they have an attack of 5 against a 6. So they need to win by 2, because remember, defense always wins ties. All right, so let's see. The attack is gonna roll. Oof, that's not gonna be good. So that's gonna be a 7. So they auto lose. So that's not gonna work. So they're gonna fail. when the army dies, it's just gonna return back to the card. All right, but that's fine. So maybe better luck next time. So this card row is gonna slide over, and let's put this back. Okay, so let's come back to the dial. It's gonna be Red's turn, but before they go, we're gonna have to move the barbarians. So, oh, I did forget to add the few chits out there. I'm gonna go get that wonder in a little bit. So let's see which way the barbarians are moving. And it looks they're moving 4, which is down. So this one bounces down and goes up, and this one comes down. All right, so there you go. So now Red's turn. All right, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my mathematics so I can upgrade pretty much the last level 1 card I have in my display, just that I want to activate this next turn. I can move 2 armies instead of 1. So let's do that. I'm gonna gain 3 science points, which can bring me from 4 to 7. 1, 2, 3. Not super duper efficient, but better than nothing. Slide all these over. Go grab that military card right here. And that's going to give me my second army as well. I have to go get the chit inside the box. I'll be back in a second. But you know what? That's going to be their turn, so I'll just go get that stuff after. Then it's going to be Purple's turn. I think what Purple is going to do, they're going to use their Animal Husbandry card to build a city within 3 spaces of a friendly space. Yeah, and I think what they're going to do is build a city right here so they can go grab the natural resources here in a little bit. So let's grab this. Let's build it right over here. And that's legal for them because they're on spot 4 and they're not going through a mountain. So that's going to be it for them. Slide everything over. Pretty quick turns. All right, so let's go back to the dial. And look at that. The districts are going to fire off again. All right, so let's grab some more trade goods. You know the drill. We're going to be doing this a lot throughout the game. But my industry cards are going to get 2 more. Now, remember, there's a maximum of 3 per card at all times. So that's why I'm not getting +3. I'm only getting the +2 because I already had some. And the one for the purple is going to be killing a barbarian. So let's kill this one, which is going to give them a trade good. And I think they're going to put it on Early Empire again to get more control tokens out there. Just so they can get some mature cities. Maybe they're going to go for this one and get the forts as well. All right, so let's do that one. And oh, they get to reinforce a card as well, token as well. I guess they'll reinforce this one here. All right, so that's it for them. Okay, so that was the event. Now let's go to Red's turn. All right, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my military and I'm going to try to take over that fort. Yeah, I do got a couple of chits here, so I'm going to add +2 to my attack if I fail. And then I can try to attack it again if I do fail miserably the first time. But hopefully I pass the first time so I can send the other guy exploring somewhere else. Okay, so let's get to it here. I'm going to use this card. I can move 4 spaces with each of my armies. So this one's just going to go 1, 2 into that fort. Let's do the attack. All right, so I'm a 5. Let's see, 5 plus 5, 10. Going up against 6 plus 1. Awesome, 7. So I'm going to win that battle, which is great. That means I take it over. All right, so I'm going to go grab a city. And essentially you get a free city. Boom. That's awesome. All right. Now, not only do I have that, I get an objective. Now, these are temporary. Because you can lose the fort and you lose that objective. And a new rule, there's 5 instead of 3, but you only have to accomplish 4 out of the 5. So if I go grab this fort as well, that's going to be already 2. And then I just have to get 2 more. All right, so pretty good. All right, so I was pretty lucky. I didn't have to use any tokens or anything like that. What I'm going to do in my other army, so grab it from the card, is let's move around and go explore. So I'm going to go, let's say 1 to explore here and see what there is. Again, grab the deck of tiles, grab a random one here. All right, this seems like it's just a random one with just resources. I don't want to put barbarians near me, so I'm definitely going to put on this side. And let's just put it this way. Boom. So that was one movement, two movement. I have two more movement. I guess I'll go 1, 2. I do need to put 2 chits out there. So let's grab a diamond and a oil. Diamond and oil. All right, and there you go. That was my turn. That was my card. This is going to go to the front of the line. I'll do that after. And it's going to be purple. All right, so purple is going to use their caravan card here from here. Pretty simple turn. It's on slot 5. They're going to go 1, 2, 3. They're going to get the other a CAD card. And also that's going to, sorry, that's theirs. And they're going to get 2 tokens on their military. So they can boost up their military just a little bit for their next attack. When they go try to attack that fort next time, they might actually be successful. All right, so let's slide everything there. All right, so let's go back to the event dial. We'll switch it over. All right, so government. Now we have the choice to change our government. So if I want, I can change it to the science. I believe this is the democracy, or the shield here. I think it's republic or whatever it may be. You know what? I'm happy with my current government. I think this is a good government to have. It'll let me build cities and wonders pretty cheap, as if it was on the next slot. So you know what? Let's keep that government. That's fine. I'll stay with communism. Checking with my opponent, I think they're gonna stay with their what do they have? Autocracy. They have autocracy, so they're gonna stay with that. Now, don't forget, we also have to deal with the wonders. So this one's gonna go away. And these ones are all going to get some chits on them. 1, 2. Come just a little cheaper. Flip these over. Okay, so that's it for the event dial. Now, what action do I want to take? I think I'm going to take the no, you know what? I'm going to do the engineering one again. This is the district one, obviously. This is the boosted up one, so I get to put out a district, and then I get to put out a control token, remember? So I think what I'm going to do, it's kind of a waste because it's in slot 4, but I'm going to do it anyway. What I wanted to do is build a military one here, just like they did, just so that when this thing spawns, I can do this sort of the same combo, kill it, and then I can also reinforce some of the tokens that are in my area. So let's go grab that one if I can find it. There you go. I found the token finally. So that's gonna go there. There you go. So again, oh, and I get to put out a control token. You can't forget that. So where do I want to put it? Next to this one. I think I'm gonna place it here. Does it have to be next? Oh, it has to be just adjacent to a district. So I mean, I can put it here if I wanted. Yeah, there you go. That's a good one. Okay, so that's it for the card. Could be next to any district. So there you go. So that's my turn. Let's go to purple. Purple, pretty simple. I think they're gonna do early empire to put out control tokens. So they're gonna put out. Might as well use this token. They're gonna put out 3 control tokens, and the reason they're doing that is to gain some very valuable tokens here. So they're gonna get the natural wonder here. They're gonna get the diamond over here, and they're also going to place it here because that's pretty much the only other spot that they can place it. All right, so there you go. That was their turn. Slide everything over. All right, just jump back up to here. Barbarians are gonna move. Let's roll a die. 3. They're gonna move bottom right. All right, they're going towards the natural wonder. Not sure why. They're just roaming the countryside. Okay, so that's it. So let's go back to red. All right. Actually, before I continue, I don't know why I still have this caravan here. Should have been removed from the game, or back to his focus card. That was from a while back. All right. So what is red gonna do? I don't really like my options. I can build a city. I can put out only 2 control markers, or I can move my caravan around. I want to get this card off of my 5th slot here because I don't really have a good use for this caravan right now. So you know, let's use it now. So this lets me move 3 spaces on any terrain because this is on slot number 5. I think what I'm gonna do is because I don't need the extra tokens here. I think what I'm gonna do is send it this way. Maybe I can go visit this one by going around somehow, or maybe visit the opponent so I can still get one of his cards. So let's go 1, 2, and I'm just gonna explore with my third movement and see what's there. So again, as you see, grab a random tile. There you go. Oh, lots of mountains. That's not good. So this has to sort of go here. I don't think there's another option. Actually, I could go like this and fill up the rest with lakes. So it's like this. Let's see, there's a natural wonder here, or it's gonna be like this. I don't like that idea. Or I could put it the other side and just have a ton of water in between us. Or it'll be like this. Sorry. The water side like this. Or like this. Actually, no, it has to be like this. Actually, I can do this and have a barbarian right in his backyard to try to. But there's a natural wonder right there. So you know what? Let's just do it like this. Keep the natural wonder close by. Maybe I'll get to it. You know what? Let's put them a little bit farther away. Barbarians, I mean. So we'll do that. I'm gonna go get a couple of lakes to fill in those holes. Let's go fill it up. All right. Sorry about that. And that was my 3 movements, right? 1, 2, and the discovery here was my third. I do need to get this. I do need to get the barbarian chit. If I can find the A. There it is. And I'll go get this in a little bit. All right, so let's move that card down the card row. All right, now this is looking pretty good. I'm probably gonna get another wonder next turn because I'm gonna have a 5 plus 3, 8, maybe 10 with that. Although now I think is a good time to pause and see how I can win the game and see what my long-term strategy is going to be. I do have a one objective done because of the fort. Now, I'm going to get this one done pretty much for sure because I can either get 3 wonders of 3 different ages or get my 5 districts out. I already have 2 out of 5. I might get my second wonder next turn, so that's pretty much going to be easy to do. This one is the 4 cities on 4 different tiles, and I believe they all have to be mature cities. I think this one's going to be a lot easier to do on the second half, which is get just 3 wonders but 3 different types. So that's going to be pretty easy as long as I get a different type next round. I'm already going to have 2 out of 3. This is the one that worries me a little bit. I'm not gaining a lot of signs, so this one's going to be hard to do. And I didn't get my I didn't get a science wonder last turn, so maybe next round I'll get a science one, and then maybe my third one will be another science one, so I can try to get this one done as fast as possible, because this one might be a problem for me in the long run. All right, but anyway, that was red's turn, so let's go to purple. All right, so for purple, I think they're going to use their district card because districts are going to activate next turn, right? So it's probably a good idea. So let me go get their districts. I think the one that they want to place is the culture one, which lets them put out more control tokens out there. So where do I want to put it now? They have to put it next to their city, and as you can see, there's nowhere for them to place it. But what they can do is replace a regular control marker with one of these if they want. So I think what I'm going to do is just place it, let's say it has to be next to when this activates, it can place a control marker within 2 spaces of this or a city with a wonder. So if I get this a wonder here, I'll be able to go around here. Here is it's already able to go this way. Maybe I'll replace this one here just so I can send control markers this way, try to get closer to this fort and try to maybe claim that wonder. So I'm gonna replace a fortified token, unfortunately, with a culture district and get rid of this. Another thing I did realize is this is really dangerous for them because this barbarian, if we roll a 4, 1 out of 6 chance, he is going to come down and attack their city, which is not going to be very good, and they're not going to be very happy. So they might want to send up their army to go take care of that thing. But anyway, that was their turn. Just make that change. So let's slide everything over. Quick. All right. So as you know, next round, let's do it. So get our stuff. Now, for me, all right, so I do have the the one that they have, the I forget what that one's called, the industry one, I guess it's, or I forget the name. It's the one that lets them defeat a barbarian or reinforce a token. And reinforce a token in their area. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna enforce this one here just for fun. Not sure why, just feel like it. And then this one, you either gain 3 tokens on top of the industry card, or if you already have 3, you can build a city. Let me go get the rules for that. You can build any city within 2 spaces of something. Discard 3 trade tokens on the industry focus card and build a city in a legal space within 2 spaces of a friendly space. Awesome. So what I'm going to do is, which kind of sucks because I want to build a wonder next turn, but now I'm using the tokens. Oh well, I guess it's a city. It's better than nothing. So I'm going to get rid of this. Boom, boom, boom. I'll build a city. Let's grab a city token. And where should I put it? Within 2 spaces. I mean, mountains are great because now I don't have to waste time going all the way up the track to put on a mountain. Let's see. I do want to explore it that way as well to try to get to this wonder. This is a wonder with diamonds, which would be really good. So you know what? Let's put it over. Oof, I could have put it right here, but that's dangerous too. If I roll a 1, it's going to attack the city right away. But you know what? The barbarians don't move for another 2 rounds. So I'm probably going to be good to move my army down and maybe attack it before that. So let's do that. I'm going to build it right over here, just so that I can get this wonder done. All right, this is within 2 spaces of my stuff. Now they're going to do the exact same thing. This one is not going to kill a barbarian, but they will reinforce, let's say, this one. And then their other one, this one lets them put out a control token within 2 spaces of this. So I might as well go grab the resource right over here and give that to them. Okay, so there you go. That was the event. Pretty long. So what is red gonna do? All right, so I don't like my options right now. This is putting out just 2 control tokens, and that doesn't really help me out right now because there's a barbarian on where I want to put a control token. So I do want to wait a round to see, or 2 to see if it moves off so I can gain this world wonder. So I don't want to do that just yet. I don't want to do this either because I'm going to build a wonder with this, but I don't have any control tokens on it. So I do need the district bonus to get on there so I can get 3 tokens. I mean, I do get some free stuff, but those 3 tokens are going to help me build whatever I like, and especially the medieval ones that are going to be flipping over cost around 9 or 10 each. So I don't want to do that either. So I'm sort of stuck. I think I'm going to do mathematics. Yeah, so let's do mathematics. And that's not going to be bad. I'm going to get to level 3. I'll get another tech, and that'll be fine. All right, so I'm going to do this. So this is only going to gain me 3 on the tech track. Not a lot. So let's go to, see, I was at 8, so I'm going to go to 11. Bloop. All right, and that's going to give me a level 3 card. Slide all this over. All right, now originally I was gonna place this because this is the special card that's for my civilization, but the problem is her ability kind of sucks if everyone's close by. What she lets you do is, let me show you with a big camera, is once per turn, if my caravan moves to a rival city that has 8 spaces away from my capital, I get to build a free city. Well, unfortunately, they're all within 8 of my capital, so this is going to be a completely useless ability for a long time in the game, I believe, because unless they're going to build cities down here, and even then I have to move all my stuff through their stuff, probably not a likely scenario. I'm going to try to build down here so I can get closer to the natural wonders and maybe the fort. So you know what, I'm going to forego this ability, and I think what I'm going to do is just upgrade my... let's upgrade my my science. Might as well. Let's go through my deck. So I can do either mass production or sanitation. Yeah, let's just build up that science. So here we go. Gain a resource of my choice from the supply. It'll help me build some wonders as well. So let's do that. Ta-da. And this is gone. All right, so that was Red's turn, just getting some signs. And sorry, I just noticed that next turn, the barbarians are going to spawn and then they're going to move. So this is going to be an exciting time, because if I roll a north, I'm going to get screwed. It's going to eat my city. And if I roll a south, then this one's going to go attack this city. So maybe I think what purple's going to do is maybe try to get an army in there so that they can protect their city. But all right, anyway, that was my turn. So now yeah, purple's gonna go, and they're gonna do the exact same thing because their astrology card is on the 5th spot. Oh, by the way, I had to also do something else. Whoops. The whole point of mathematics is after I place one trade token from the supply on one of my focus cards. That was one of the reasons I did it, just so I can beef up one of my future actions. And I think I'm going to do this one here so I can put out more control tokens. Or should I do ironworking here? No, the control tokens are fine, because that's a pretty useless ability unless you have a lot of tokens on there. Okay, so that's going to be that. Now they're going to activate this one, and they're going to go up 5 on their dial. So let me go on 5. So they're already at 5. So they're going to go to 10. So they're going to get a, oops. So they're going to get a level 2 and a level 3 upgrade. Boop. All right, so let's move their cards. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually pick it off screen, and I'll tell you what they got. All right, so purple got a level 3 science card and the upgraded culture card. All right, for level 2. All right, so let's go back to red now. I already did the, sorry, while I was off screen, I already did the spawning of the, actually I didn't do it. Spawning of the barbarians, but I already flipped over all the wonders because I wanted to see what they costed, to see what my strategy is going to be. Now, I don't have enough to buy any of them, so that's not going to be useful to use this ability right now. Putting out some control markers, and not really useful right now, to be honest. I mean, I can go grab a diamond, which might help me get a wonder next turn. Maybe that's not a bad idea. See if I get this diamond. But I really do want to use that ability when this thing's not here, because then I can get this natural wonder, which gives me a pebble every time, or rocks, or stone. I don't even know what this is. So I'm just gonna take a chance that this doesn't attack. So I mean, I don't want to use this ability. I don't want to use this ability. I mean, moving my army, not a great idea either. I can't really attack these barbarians because their defense is going to be 5 because they're on top of a natural wonder. So I really want them to move off. Unless I just move them onto this place over here just to protect my city. Yeah, sure, let me do that. Let's go protect my city. So I'm going to do ironworking. So I get to move 4 spaces. All right, 4 spaces. So let's start with this army. I get to activate both of them. So 1, 2. That's 2 movement. My 3rd movement, I think, is just to see what's there. So it's going to be to explore. So let's grab a tile. Oh, great. Another one with a barbarian on it. So I'm definitely not going to want this barbarian close to me. So I think what I'm going to do is maybe place it like this. I'm going to get some of these tokens. I'll put them out soon. Let's put this back over here. Okay, I think that's good. So that he's done his movement. Now with the other one, not much else I can do either. He doesn't, because he started on slot 3, he can't get up to the mountain to attack that barbarian there. I mean, I can go to the edge of the map and explore again, but at this point, you know, going all the way down there is going to be kind of pointless. I'm not going to be able to build a city all the way down there. Or maybe I can get some city states and send my caravan out there. But you know what I'm going to do? Just because it's fun and it's a 1v1 game, I'm going to go start attacking and being antagonistic to my friend over here. So let's move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, I can't even do that because these are I forget the sand spaces, and I was on slot 3 and not slot 4, so I can't even walk on these spaces. So I think I have no choice but to go up there. So let's go 1, 2. I'm going to do an explore up there with 3. All right, here we go. Oh, looks like I did get a one with a city state. So I'm gonna try to put this out here so that my caravan can go see it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see. That touches. I could technically do this because it touches 1, 2, 3, 4 tiles from the main board, so that's fine. And I'll fill up that board in a little bit. So that was let's see, 1, 2, 3. I can keep moving. I think I'm gonna come over here. And I just come back a little bit. All right, that was my turn. All right, I'll go get those tokens in a little bit. That's it. So now what is purple gonna do? Okay, it looks like purple is going to copy me. They're also going to do an explore action, all right? So because their explorers on slot number 5. And the one reason they're doing that is sort of to protect the city. I think they want to get an army on here just to protect it in case this guy comes down, because they don't want to be stuck with only one city. So let's do that. So with this one, I mean, you can move 4, so 1, 2, 3, and it takes only 3 to get here. So I guess he's going to use this first movement to do an explore action down here. So the map's getting huge now. Looks like it's gonna be another natural wonder tile. So let's do something. That's a lot of water. Let's do something like so. Yeah, let's do that. Oops. Let's move this tile. So that touches 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's gonna be a legal move. And more barbarians all the way out here. And then they're gonna move 3, 1, 2, 3. They're gonna wait on top of the city. And I think what they're going to do with their other one on their card, let's see, they want to come this way. So let's go 1, 2, 3. Let's attack this barbarian and see if we win. So their attack is 5 plus 2 is 7, and their defense is 4 plus 6. Oh my god, so they lost. Should they even use any? No, they're not going to use any of their trade goods on their card. It'd be kind of pointless. So you know what? This guy's gonna die, and he's gonna go return back to the card. Okay, that's it. Not bad. Okay, let's reset their cards. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set up all the tokens on the board, and I'll be back for the next round. All right, actually, I made one stupid mistake with purple. I completely forgot that they had Petra, which means barbarians can't even go into their city. So it's kind of pointless for me to have, put that army there. But you know what? Maybe it's protecting it from me coming into attack. So that's fine, whatever. It doesn't really matter. I'm not going to go back and change it. So it's going to be starting the next round. All right, now we're going to maybe get some fireworks here. So we're going to see. Let's move those barbarians. So there's a ton of them on the board right now. So let's go. So it's gonna be 5. So 5 is bottom left. So everything's gonna move. Bottom left. Bottom left. This one's gonna bounce back up here. And this one's gonna bounce over here. And this one's gonna come over here. Right? Yeah, we're good. All right, so they moved a little bit. So now it's good. Now I can put on my control tokens and get a bunch of different things, which is gonna be great. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. All right, so let's activate my drama and poetry. I'm definitely going to use this trade good to put out an extra control token, right? So this one lets me put out 2. 2 control matching the spaces on the slot or lower, so pretty much anything. Next to friendly cities, then you may move 1. I'm not going to end up moving 1, but that's how it is. Okay, so let's get 3 tokens. 1, 2, 3. Always unreinforced side up. So I'm definitely going to put it here so I can get this natural wonder. Then I'm going to place it here so I can get this this diamond. Now I did just realize something. I do need to build more cities to put my natural. Actually, I have 3 more cities with that anyway, so that's fine. And then with this one, I think what I'm going to do is place it over, maybe over here as protection, maybe over here. Yeah, let's put it over there. All right, so that's going to be my turn. Simple. Slide everything over. So next turn, I think I'm going to build that wonder for sure. Whatever it may be, I'm just going to look at them later. There you go. So now purple. All right, purple, I think because of this card is on their number 5 slot, they're going to use it to build a wonder. Yeah, So let's do that. Slide everything over. And because they have a lot of the pebbles and diamond stuff, what they're going to do is they're going to go for the porcelain tower to get their first blue wonder. And this one's going to cost 9. So they already have 5, 6, 7 because of this, and 8, 9. So they're going to lose this token and they'll be able to build this. Now this one, what it says is when you build this wonder, replace 2 cards on your focus row with cards of the next highest level. So they're probably gonna definitely do it on science because this card is already number 3, so this card's gonna get upgraded to number 4, which would be fantastic. And then what they're gonna do is they're gonna select their other they're gonna select their army space, their army card, ironworking, and they're gonna upgrade this to level 3. Yeah, so let's do that. All right, I just realized that the level 4 science is nuclear power, so you can come in here and destroy a ton of my tokens, including my district tokens. So I'm gonna have to maybe protect them by putting them on their reinforced side. That's gonna hurt a little bit, I think. So let's flip that card over. So starting the next round, let's move this over. Looks like it's gonna be districts, so you already know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna get 3 goods on my which one is it? Which one is it? On this one here, on industry, because of the district here, and this one lets me defeat a barbarian within 2, which is nothing, and reinforce something. So I'm gonna reinforce this one because that's a really important tile for me, and I don't want it to get exploded by nuclear power. So that's fine. And then they're gonna do the same thing. They're gonna destroy this. They get a trade good on, let's say, this tile here. All right. Then they're going to reinforce something. So let's reinforce this one. And then the other one lets them put out a token. So let's put it within 2 spaces of this or a city with a wonder. Oh, by the way, I did forget I need to go get their wonder chit and put underneath their city. Actually, you know what? So instead of reinforcing this one, they're going to reinforce this one because the barbarian is right there. Because this one's going to be have a wonder on it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this token here. Okay, so let me get the tokens. I'll be right back. Okay, so what am I going to do on my turn? Well, originally I wanted to do this, but again, I can't because look at the math. There's going to be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I really want to build this one, it's 11. So I do need to wait around for all the prices to go down by 1. And then I'll be able to build that nice Kremlin. Which is going to be my second science wonder, which is going to allow me to get this objective, which I really want to get. Instead, what I'm going to do is something else. So I can do the district one, or you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to protect my area. So I'm going to do this. But instead of building a district, actually that's going to be my 3rd district. I need 5. Actually, no, this one I can actually do with the 3 wonders from the different ages. So you know what? I'm going to protect my stuff. So it says, or reinforce the number of your control tokens equal to this slot number. Now my slot number is 4. So I'm going to reinforce 4 tokens. So let's do that. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's say. You know, instead of doing this one, let's do this one. All right, so there you go. That was my turn. We'll move this down. I'm not sure if that was a good move or not. Boom. That's fine. Let's move to purple. All right, I think what purple is going to do is they're going to use their army ability here. So move each of your armies 5 spaces. They can walk on water now, or I guess they're ships. And your combat score is equal to the slot's number plus 2. Well, it's already going to be at 5. All right, so it's going to be 5, and then it says you may move and attack one of your armies that was defeated this turn a second time after returning to this card. So you can move an army, move a different army. If that army is defeated, it goes back to the city, and then you can move that army again and attack again. Sick card. All right, so they have a couple of trade goods to spend as well with that. And the reason they're doing that is because they're going to try to take over this fort. All right, they're going to go all out and try to do it. So from here, they're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let's attack that fort. So let's roll it off. So it's going to be 5 plus 1. Yeah, he's going to fail. Oh, wait, actually, he can re-roll. So this is going to be, let's see, this is going to be 6 plus 1, 7, and he's at 5, he's at 6. So you can either use 2 trade tokens to raise it to 7 and win, or re-roll it. Let's try to re-roll it. So I'm going to spend 1. So as long as he gets a 3 or above, he wins. Got a 5. There you go. Got that city. We go get a token. Ooh, only his 3rd city of the game. There you go. And he's going to get that objective. For now, till I come in and take it away from him. Alright, so there you go. So that was the first one. Now the second one, I mean, move 5 spaces. You can go attack this barbarian that's sort of getting in his way. And let's do that. So 1, 2, let's see, explore, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, let's do that. So I'm gonna explore there before I move on. Bottom tile. Guess we'll go, we can either go like this or like this. You know, let me just keep it simple. Just make sure things fit. So I guess like this. Yeah. Boom. Then that was 3, 4, 5. Attack that barbarian. Let's see, an attack of 5 plus 5, 10, and their defense is 3 plus 4, 7. So he's gonna die. And I'm gonna get a trait chit that I can put wherever I like. So I'm gonna put that on one of his cards. Keep putting it on signs. Alright, use that nuclear bomb eventually. And there you go. That was purple's turn. That's good. Alright, now next turn. So again, all the wonders. This one goes away. This one's gonna get a chit. Chit, the chit. Flip this one over. Yeah, let's get rid of this one. And we can change our government. I don't know if, I think I forgot to do last time, but I didn't want to change my government. So, I mean, I can change it right now. I can put it either to drama and poetry or engineering. So either growth or culture. You know what? I'm okay with this because it's going to help me build some wonders. So I'm going to keep it there. But my opponent is going to also change to the same one as me. So they're also going to be communism. Because, you know what? They were on autocracy before, and that's not working out for them too much. So they're going to switch. So a bunch of communist civilizations going at it. All right, so there you go. That was the event. All right, so I think for my turn, pretty simple. I'm going to do the build a wonder action here. All right, so what am I going to... I have up to, let's see, the slot 5, 6, 7, 8, and a bunch of resources. So I'm going to be able to build a wonder no matter what. Now, originally I was thinking about building the science one so that I would get this objective. But that one's already a modern wonder, and I don't have a medieval wonder. And I need a medieval one to get 3 different ones from 3 different time periods to get this one. So I'm going to focus in on the other 2. Now, this one is the one that I like that lets you, every time you use a focus card, you pretend it's 1 slot to the right. Really good card. What does this one do? Great Zimbabwe. Your limit of 4 trade tokens on a card. And then you can move some stuff around. Alright, so that's not interesting. So I'm definitely going to go after the Taj Mahal. So this one's going to be just 8 because it has a trade token on it. So I need to get to 8 with marble and diamonds. So already it was 5. 6, 7, and I'm going to use 1 token from my card to make it 8. Boom, just like that. I got the Taj Mahal. All right, now this is going to reset all the way to the left. And there you go. So I do need to go get a I do need to go get the wonder and place it underneath my capital. I'll be right back. I think what purple's going to do, just because their caravan is in their 5th slot and they really just want to move it off of that slot. But this only goes 3 spots, kind of useless. All right, they're going to just go back to this city here, visit it, just so they can get 2 more trade goods on top of their culture card, which they're probably going to activate next round. All right, so this is going to go back to their beginning of the line, slide everything over. Yeah, I mean, they really need to upgrade this card because it just clogs up their focus board every time. All right, so let's give this back to them. All right, so the event, move barbarians. Oh, I was supposed to put the Taj Mahal, sorry. Went to go get the token. I'm gonna put that under my capital. All right, so where are they gonna move now? They're already protected from the because of their Petra. So unless they roll a top right, it's not gonna really affect anyone. So it's gonna be a 2. Oh, 2 is top right. So this one's gonna bounce off my reinforced token. It's gonna turn over. Let's see, where are the rest? This one's gonna bounce off the wall again, come back here. This one's gonna come over here. And that's it. Those are all 3. All right, done. Let's get rid of that. Let's go to red's turn. All right, I think what I'm gonna do is the sign, because remember with the Taj Mahal, this can be as if it's on the 5th slot, so it's gonna give me 5 signs points, and the card's gonna give me a resource of my choice from the supply. Gain 1 resource of your choice. You can gain a type that I already have. So let me go get either an oil barrel. Yeah, let's go get an oil barrel. Here you go, from the general supply. Then I'm gonna go up 5 times on my science dial. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I crossed the 3. I think what I'm gonna do is update my my foreign trade card because it's kind of useless at this point. And you know what? I really didn't want to use that card, but I don't really have another option. It's better than the base game one, so might as well put it in. All right. And there you go, that was red's turn. Oh, and it does give me my second caravan. There you go. All right, so I can send out a couple of them and get a bunch of different trade goods by visiting a ton of different places. All right, so that's good. All right, so next up is going to be purple. All right, purple is going to use the build city action. Let's go get a city. And what they're going to do is they're going to build a city here. So they're activating on slot 3, so from here they'll be able to make it, and it's going to be on the 4 space. And the reason they're putting it here is because in the future they want to build a district, science district here, and you get bonuses by having mountains around you. But they're going to get 3 additional trade goods on their science card by putting a district here. I mean, they could have also gone here to build a city, which would get them this. But I think getting the extra science is probably a better idea at this point. I mean, there's no other option. Like they could have gone down here somewhere, build a city either here or here, but that doesn't help at all. So I think they're happy. I'm gonna put it here and move on. All right, so we're good. So that's it. Next round, boom. Okay, you already know the drill here. Get trade tokens. Okay, first let's see. Barbarian around, no. Whoops. Reinforce something within 2. So let's do this one. Doesn't really matter. They're gonna do the exact same thing with this one. No barbarians within 2, so reinforce this one. All right, this one lets them put out a free chit, free control marker. Let's just go. I think they're able to put it over here. Let's go within 2 of a of this or a wonder city. So yeah, let's put it there. So they get a free resource. And then I'm gonna get the remember the trade goods because of the production one there. So that's gonna be only 1 though, because I can't actually put in more than 3. Okay, so there you go. That was it for the event. And then they're gonna spawn, and the wonders are gonna go down in price. But let's go to red's turn. So what is red gonna do? I think I'm gonna use this card. Right, actually, I can do anything because remember everything's as if it was 1 slot to the right. So I can actually move my army right now. All right, small takesy backsy. Sorry, I completely forgot about England's power throughout the whole match. Right, so her power is whenever she founds a city on a new map tile, she gets a reinforced token out there. So I added one here. I pretended like this one was reinforced when she placed it there, and when this one was done, she placed it here because I believe cities on forts count as their own cities or their own tiles. So there you go, small change. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to activate my my economy card. It says move my caravans up to 6 spaces. So what I'm going to do is the one that is going to start in the capital here. I'm just going to go to see this spot here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, I'm going to go get trade goods for that. And then this one's going to move 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to go visit there eventually soon. So this one's going to give me the card, and it's going to give me 2 trade goods on top of that. So what is that? That's the culture card. Culture. There's 2 of them there. Everything's going to slide over. The caravan does come back. Oops, that was in my hand the whole time. Come back to the card. And I'm gonna go get that city state card right now. All right, let's make this very quick for purple. They're gonna use their culture card with 2 tokens, so they're gonna put out 4 control markers. 1, 2, 3, 4. So they're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. The only reason they're doing that is that's another mature city. So right now they're at 1, 2, 3 mature cities out of 4 to get this objective right over here. So they're missing 1 more. So all they really need is 2 tokens here, 1 here and 1 here. And there's going to be another mature city. Yeah, because I think this is a water space, I believe. Although I think they need to reveal the map here. I'm not entirely sure about that rule. But anyway, they'll have 3. They have 3 right now mature cities on the board. All right, so it's going to go to the front of the line. All right, so that's their turn. We're getting close to the end, I think. Maybe 4 or 5 more turns left. So this is going to activate. Let's remove some cards. 1, 2. This one's going to get 1 here, 1 here. So this is now the last blue modern wonder. So I definitely do want to get that so I can grab this objective right away as the red player. All right, let's do that. Then the barbarians are going to spawn. So let's see, A is going to spawn here, and then there's K. Now K won't spawn again because we built a city on. Actually, no, that's J's spot. K is over here, so K is not going to spawn again because there's a control marker on it. All right, let's get rid of that. Let's reconnect that here, and let's move on to the next turn. All right, for red, let's put out some control tokens as well. I think we're getting very close to that objective as 2. So it's going to let me put out 4 control tokens. So let's get rid of that. Let's grab 4. All right, and what I'm going to do is, because it's on slot 5, because remember, it's as if it was on this slot over here, I can put on mountains. So I'm going to go 1, 2, and I think what I'm going to do is 3, 4. And why I did that is now I have 1, 2, 3 mature cities as well. So I just need 1 more on a different map tile, which is this one here. So if I just get 1, 2, 3 more, I'm going to have 3 more control tokens, and I pretty much have this objective. All right, so I'm halfway there. I just need the blue one for this one. So those 2 are pretty much done. And then 3 different eras. So I already have medieval, modern. If I grab that blue one in the next few turns, that's gonna be the 3rd type, modern. So I'm gonna get that objective. So I'm on my way. All right, so that's gonna be all 4. So I'm very close. I can feel it. All right, so let's go to purple. All right, purple is gonna use their irrigation card to put out that science token that I had mentioned previously. There you go. To put it right. Actually, when I reinforced this one, that was kind of a stupid move because I wanted to build a district there. So you know what? Let's just pretend I reinforced that one instead. Sorry about that. Little tixie backsies. That's going to be their turn, pretty much. Okay, so now it's time to move the barbarians. All right, so let's see what they're going to do. So unless they roll a 2, I think we're going to be safe. All right, so let's roll it. It's a 4. So 4 is straight down. So this one's going to bounce down, come up. This one's going to do nothing because he can't actually go attack the city because remember Petra. This one's going to come down. This one's going to do nothing again. That's it, right? Yeah, 2 of them couldn't really do anything because they were protected by Petra. So Petra actually ended up being pretty useful for the purple player. So let's see what red's going to do now. Okay, I think this is going to be a pretty easy move for red because I just noticed that purple is going to do their science and they're going to do their nuclear blast the next turn. So I do need to spend 1 turn reinforcing everything because they're all going to flip back over because they noticed that I have the same path to this objective card. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my engineering card here to not put out a district but to reinforce tokens equal to that number. So technically, remember, it's 5 because of the Taj Mahal. So let's reinforce 5 tokens. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's reinforce everything. All right, let's do that. Yeah, let's do that. So that's going to be my turn. So let's move this all the way to the end. All right, next turn I'll be able to build that that wonder for sure. So that's going to be fine. Yeah, then it's going to be purple's turn. We already know they're going to do the science card. So they're going to go up 7 times on the science track. That's a lot. So let's go see where they get to. Where's their dial? Dial is here. So they're going to be at 17. So they pass a number 3. So they're going to go get another number 3 card. But before they do that, let's go read the card. It says, when you resolve this card on the 5th slot, which they do, choose 1 space. In that space, all adjacent spaces destroy all unreinforced tokens and flip all reinforced tokens to their unreinforced side. So what they're going to do is they're going to select maybe this one here so they can at least get rid of 1 token. So they're going to select this space here. So this is going to go away. This is going to flip over. This is going to flip over. And this is going to flip over. All right, there you go. All right, but they have to go get a number 3 card, which I'm going to do right now. All right, I can tell that we're almost finished, so I'm just going to speed things up a bit. I'm just going to show you red's turn and give you a summary of what purple is doing. All right, so just at a very high level, my next few turns, I'm going to be getting a lot of the objectives because I just did notice I have a blue and a purple, right? And one of the objectives is to get 2 of the blue ones, and there's only 1 blue one left, and it's a modern wonder. So that's gonna equal. That's gonna be I'm gonna be able to satisfy this objective because I'll have 3 from 3 different ages, and this one because I'm gonna have my 2 blue. So that's gonna be 2, and then this one I'm gonna get shortly after. All right. So what what red's gonna do just to start off, they're gonna do this. This is the one to build a wonder. So this is at slot 4, but remember I can pretend that it's slot 5. I can actually pretend that it's slot 6 because of my wonder, but anyway, slot 5, 6, 7, well actually wait, let me just grab the cost. So this one's gonna be 10. There you go, 10 cost is gonna be, what is this, stone and diamonds. So 10, how do I get the 10? So the card is 5, this is 7, 8, and then I'll use a diamond. No, actually, you know what? 8, 9, 10. I'll keep my diamond. I'll use all my trade goods. Boom. Done. So I built this card. That's good. Now let's read the card and see what it does. So it says, when you build this wonder, place a city on a legal space on the edge of the map and place this wonder on that city. Then place up to 2 control markers adjacent to that city. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So let's put out that city. Let me go get a couple of control markers. So I was already thinking about it. I think what I'm going to do is shove it all the way in the bottom left corner over here so it can't get attacked, and it'll be super easy to satisfy it as a mature city. Actually, you know what? I can place it right here and satisfy it as a mature city right away because it's going to have all control markers around it. So technically, right now I have 1, 2, 3. And if I have 1 token there, that's going to be my 4th mature city, and I'm going to satisfy this. All right, so just on this turn, I'm going to get this one and this one. Again, 3 different era wonders, which I have, and 2 blue. Where did my blue one go? Here you go. So I'm going to have 2 blue. Sorry for the glare. And this one's a ancient, medieval, and modern. All right, so that satisfies that. All right, after I do the card, obviously slides over. There you go. As you can see, the game is pretty much over because, again, I just have to get a control marker there, and then I'll satisfy this one here. So whatever purple's going to do is not going to really matter that much. You know what? Let's just pretend they did something. Then we're going to go to the event again, and the event is lower the cost, change your government, who cares? I'm just going to go. I'm going to use this one here, drama and poetry. Actually, I'm really lucky that it's on this terrain type. I actually remember because of my wonder I could pretend it's this terrain type because that's the exact terrain type that I need to win, to place it right there. So I'm going to use the card. I'm going to put the token here. Where else can I put a token? Doesn't really matter. whatever, doesn't matter. Because then I'm gonna get this objective here, and this is the provincial one. And there you go. Red just took it down. I don't know how many turns that was. Probably go down the video and check. Or maybe I'll write in the details below. But there you go. That's how you play the expansions. Things I really like. The armies are awesome. All the new stuff is awesome. I pretty much play with everything from this expansion right away every single time because it's awesome. All right, so there you go. There's a playthrough. We'll see you in the next one. Later.